There are seasons in life when it feels like the night will never end. When every day blends into the next, and the weight on your shoulders feels heavier than you can carry. You've prayed, but nothing seems to change. You've tried to stay strong, but you're tired, so tired that even hope feels far away. Maybe you've smiled for others while crying in silence. Maybe you've told people, "I'm fine," when your heart is breaking. Maybe you've wondered if God still sees you, or if He's even listening at all. And in that darkness, you start to believe the lie that this is how it will always be. But I want you to hear this. Your night will not last forever, because the greatest light often appears after the darkest night. And sometimes it's in that deep, silent darkness that God is doing His most powerful work. You may not see it yet, but dawn is coming. And when it breaks, you'll understand why the night had to be this long. Asterisk when you're in a long season of darkness. It's not just the circumstances that wear you down, it's what happens inside your heart. At first you fight, you pray. Harder, you push through, you tell yourself, this will pass. But as the days turn into weeks, and weeks into months, your faith starts to feel thin. You begin to question, why is God letting this happen? Did I do something wrong? Has He forgotten me? Sometimes it's not sin or failure that leads us here. It's simply the reality of living in a broken world, where pain is real, losses happen. And not every prayer gets answered the way we expect. But here's the hidden danger. When we stay in the dark too long without hope, we start to define ourselves by the darkness. We think, this is just my life now. I'll never get out. And that's exactly where the enemy wants you. Isolated, exhausted, and convinced that God's promises don't apply to you. But the truth is, the night is not permanent. The fact that you're still breathing, still here, means the story isn't over yet. Asterisk, the first step out of the darkness is not to force the sun to rise. It's to open your heart to the possibility that it will. You don't have to see the full path ahead. You just need to take the next small step toward the light. That step might be whispering a prayer, even if it's just, God, I need you. It might be opening your Bible to a single verse and letting His words be a lamp to your feet. Sometimes, God doesn't remove the night instantly because there's something He's building in you through it. A strength that can only come from leaning on Him. Faith that can stand even when the world feels like it's falling apart. And here's the hope you can hold on to. Every sunrise in history has one thing in common. It always comes. Your light is on the way. When it comes, it will be brighter than you ever imagined. Asterisk, there was a young woman named Sarah. She had always been strong, always smiling, the kind of person others came to for encouragement. But one year, everything seemed to collapse at once. She lost her job. Her closest friend moved away. Her health began to fail. Every night, she would sit in her small apartment, staring at the ceiling, wondering, will I ever feel joy again? One evening, out of desperation, she opened a Bible she hadn't touched in years. Her eyes fell on this verse. Weeping may last for the night, but joy comes in the morning. Psalm 32:5. She didn't feel joy right then, but something inside her whispered, hold on, morning is coming. So she made a decision. Each day, she would thank God for one small thing, even if it was just the breath in her lungs. Day by day, gratitude became her lifeline. Months later, she realized something powerful. The circumstances hadn't all changed, but she had. In one morning, she woke up and truly felt joy again. Now, she tells her story to others, saying, the night almost convinced me it would last forever, but the light was always on its way. Asterisk, maybe your night feels endless right now. Maybe hope feels like a distant memory. But I want you to know, the greatest light often appears after the darkest night. You don't have to see the sun yet. To believe it's coming, you don't have to feel strong to take the next step. You only need to remember this. God is not done with you. Your story is still being written, so hold on. Because the same God who allowed the night is the Is, one who will bring the morning. If this message spoke to your heart, comment morning is coming below. Share this video to remind someone else that their night won't last forever. Take one small step today toward God's light.